It's your boy HifiVega, and I am here to post my numbers for the $150 SPL challenge. But first, I gotta build a box, and yeah, let's get that box built, then we'll get into the numbers and we'll talk about all that. You know it's not a real car audio shirt until you've got some sawdust on it. You can get yours at teespring.com/HifiVega merch.
I'm gonna put a 2x4 here, here, and here.
I went ahead and covered the enclosure in black truck bed liner, and I decided, what can I do to give this a little bit of pop? So I looked at this round, looking at the speakers, getting a little inspiration. I said, why not give it a splatter paint job? Something to give it a little bit of pop, something that matches the subwoofers, and you know, something that brings back that old school 80s feel. So here it is.
Walk you guys through the setup here. This is the amp pushing the subs right here, the Polk. We're running at 2 ohms mono. And sorry for the messy wiring, this is a temporary setup. Let's go back and check out the subs again. We got the Titan box that rocks here. I've been beating on these subs pretty good. They don't feel too warm, not too bad at all. I've already done some testing. I've tried in the passenger side kick. I've tried up here at the A-pillar on the passenger side, dead center dash, driver side, and it seems that I'm getting my best number in the driver side kick down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the box in this position where it's at now, facing back, and we're going to do a couple runs. We'll get a bit of an average for that number, and then I will flip the box facing vertical towards the top or facing upwards towards the top, and then we'll try it facing towards me, and we'll see if that changes any of the numbers. We'll try it the windows down. We'll try, you know, just cracked. We'll try all kinds of things, see what we can do to get the best score. So let's get right to it. We're going to start with a 40 hertz test tone, all the windows up, and we're going to go through to about 46. Somewhere in there is my sweet spot. So let's get it testing and see what we get. Now we're going to crack the window and see if that helps any at all. We'll go about halfway on the window. Start back over at 40 hertz. A sweep now, see what we can do. Let's test one track with the sub still facing backwards. I've got the subwoofers facing up towards the roof now. We're gonna do one track, the same track that we got the best score so far, and yeah, we'll see what it does with them up, see if it changes it any at all, helps it, hurts it, whatever. Now I've got these subs facing me directly. We'll see what they do with the same song.
Before we get into our final test, you should check out the podcast I do with my good buddy Derek from Williston Audio. It's called 12E Talk. We go live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central on YouTube at youtube.com/12E Talk. We're also available as an audio-only podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more.
Let's see what we get on the dash just for fun. Okay, in an attempt to get some extra dBs, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to unhook the wires from here. I'm going to hook up this long extension wire, and I'm going to try the box, which is already in my S10, and see what it does. So we'll power it off the main deck and see how it does. Okay, so we've got it hooked up. You can see it there. Get the wire running out from here into the Polk audio amp.
I fell short of my 140 dB goal, and that's kind of sad, but at the end of the day, this was a very fun build. I wanted to do something different, and it turns out that held me back from getting my score. Unfortunately, these subwoofers just didn't have the motor force to pressurize the cab like I wanted it to. Now, when I just speak about how this box sounds in a sealed enclosure with 8 of these 10s, it sounds great. I mean, the numbers do not prove what it can actually do. This thing sounds very good, and it actually surprised me, and it sounds louder than my ISO box in the Suburban, even though the ISO enclosure is louder. So it's kind of crazy. I didn't get the numbers that I wanted to, but I had a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, and be on the lookout for the next HifiVega video. I'll see you next time. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters, but a special shout out goes to the $6 or more Patreon supporters: Brent Ballard, The Third Era, G Nava, Paul Smith, Joaquin Juarez, Rick Quattlebaum, and CT Sounds. For as little as $2 a month, you can join the team and get exclusive Patreon-only content that's not available on YouTube. Speaking of Patreon exclusive content, I'm going to make available my latest Patreon exclusive video. I'll do this Monday so you guys can check it out and get a little sample of what's going on over there.